Ken Myers here. You know, I built this company about 9 years ago. I started in a little Nissan service truck that I bought for $1,800, and I put all my tools in it. And I had my day job, and I started doing road service after that, and started picking up a few accounts and stuff. And then I rented me a shop, and I said, you know what? A problem that I see is a fleet owner. He's got to take his trucks over here to get the air conditioning done. Then he's got to take it over here to get the tire work done. Well, the problem then he needs an alignment. They don't do alignment, so he's got to take it over here to the alignment shop to get that done. Then he needs tires, so he takes it over to the tire shop to get that done. Then he needs a clutch, so he's got to take it to the dealer to get that done. And it's just, when I put this together, I wanted to build a company. I wanted to build a shop that was a one-stop shop, where if you have an account with Ken Myers, you can get it all done right there. And what I've done is I've hand-picked some of the best mechanics in town, and had to recruit out of town too. And we pretty much do it all now, especially with our driveline machine that you're going to be looking at here soon. It's set me back quite a bit, but I seen a need for that. I seen a need for that driveline machine because your only choice is not a very good choice, and now you've got a good choice. I will take care of you on your driveline work. We are going to eventually be an Arvin Meritor dealer. We're working on that right now, and we'll be able to do your warranty work because they don't want to warranty your transmission or your rear end if you do not have documentation that your driveline's been balanced. They say, well, it's knocked out this bearing, or it's knocked out that bearing, or it knocked this pinion seal out and that's why it ran out of oil, and they try to say that's your fault. Well, that's not going to happen here. So take a little look at the video, and that Westport machine we got, it is the snap-on of driveline machines. It's the best money can buy, and it does a good job. And the man that I hired to do it, Don, that owned Driveline Specialties, he's pretty old, but he's a wealth of experience, and he does a great job. So enjoy the video, and then I'll be talking with you after that.
Install U-joint into fixture. Make sure bolts are secure. Now install weld yoke onto fixture U-joint. Again, make sure to tighten bolts securely. After assembly, the U-joint should move freely and not be tight, as this could affect balancing. Be sure the spindle and the fixture mating surface have been wiped clean of dirt and debris. The fixture simply bolt to the spindles using 2 hex head bolts. Tighten hex bolts securely by hand. The tube stands will hold the tube level for pressing. The press-up plate is for pressing on the open end of the tube. The machine's center point is for pressing spline yokes into the tube as well. Secure the press-up plate with the socket head cap screws. Slide tailstock until press-up plate makes contact with the tube. Heat straightening can be done anywhere on the tube that is not intolerance, in the middle, or on the ends, or even in between. Now the splined end is within 5 thousandths. Once the driveline is completely straight, you can now release the bearing caps, both on the tail and on the headstock. Be sure to slide out the locking sleeve. The driveline should be free floating at this point. Make sure the red safety hoops are in position before starting up the balancing procedure. Start up slowly, making sure the driveline is bolted securely. This driveline is a 1710 series, a fairly big shaft. Westport recommends a maximum balancing speed of 1500 RPM for shafts larger than 1610. Locate the end that is worst out of balance. Carefully advance the marker until it just makes contact with the spindle. Stop the machine, then rotate the spindle by hand until you find the heaviest marked area. This is where you will place the weight on the tube of the driveline. Tightly secure the weight to the tube with the provided Velcro strap. Always use safety cages when balancing with weights. Start the balancer and watch the dial indicator. If the shaft is not within 2 thousandths, simply rotate the weight a little until the shaft is balanced. This may require adding or subtracting weights. After balancing the first end, now proceed to the opposite end and repeat the same process. Place the weight in line with the mark on the spindle. In this case, it will be placed on the slip yoke. Balancing is about adding the correct amount of weight to make the shaft run true. At this point, you are almost finished. Double check each end to be sure the dial indicators are running within 2 thousandths of an inch. After the shaft is balanced, mark the weight's location and remove the Velcro strap. 2 small tack welds will be sufficient to hold the weights in place.
This is the way I used to have to do it, and this is the way a lot of people do it today. Unfortunately, it tears up your yoke, tears up the U-joint, and time is money. There's a much better way of doing it. And this, my friends, is the better way. This is our push-pull U-joint cable. As you can see it popping off that carrier bearing, it makes pretty much short work out of it. You just flop it up like that, lay your drive line in there, put your adapter plate on, of course. After you've got your collar in place, then you put in the right adapter to push that U-joint out with. Pop off your snap rings or your caps, whichever it may be. Once you get those off, just put that drive line in there, and look at there. Look how easy that is with that adapter plate. It just presses that U-joint right out. Problem with beating them and heating them is you don't want to put heat on that U-joint, and you don't want to be beating on it with a hammer. That's what makes this machine so great. It takes all that work for you. Ken Myers back with you. Now, what do you think about that? That's quite a machine. And you know what? It does a lot that you're not seeing on the video. We've actually got a tool that goes up to the tire of your truck, and it'll spin at about 100 miles an hour. And we do a driveline check with a driveline still on your vehicle. We just got some amazing equipment coming out, and I've always been one to have the best tools for the job. And I've always been one to have the right equipment for the job. If you will trust me with doing your driveline work, I've got free pickup, free delivery, 7 days a week. That's right, not just Monday through Friday, but 7 days a week. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I appreciate good customers, and you're all very good customers. And this is Ken Myers signing off. Thank you.